What's good, YouTubers and YouTubettes? This is JB Sports back again with another one. Most NFL experts and NFL pundits are saying that quarterback Patrick Mahomes is the front runner for the NFL's MVP, and he's having an unbelievable season. 30 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. They have a 10-1 record, and they're the prohibitive favorite to repeat as Super Bowl champions. You got a former MVP in Aaron Rodgers. I believe he won the MVP in 2011, or it might have been 2012, but he's a former MVP. He's putting up great numbers too, astronomical numbers. 33 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. He's leading a team that's not that great on the defensive side of the ball. And he doesn't have only one weapon on the outside, and that's Devontae Adams. Has a great running back and running back Aaron Jones, but doesn't have the options, don't have the weapons that Patrick Mahomes has with Travis Kelce, who's the best tight end in the NFL. You got Tyreek Hill, who's a top 5 wide receiver in the NFL. You got Hardman. You got Watkins. He's got a lot of weapons. You got Hilaire out the backfield. You got the running back Bale, who was in the running for MVPs in the seasons he put up with the Pittsburgh Steelers. So he has a lot of weapons on the offensive side of the ball for the Kansas City Chiefs. And he has arguably the greatest offensive mind calling plays in head coach Andy Reid, and one of the top assistants in the NFL, and a guy with that phone's going to be ringing off the chain when the playoffs time comes, and these teams that are eliminated from the playoffs start their head coaching search, and Eric Bieniemy. So he has a lot of weapons, and he's having a fabulous year. But I'm here to tell you that the MVP, in my opinion, is running back Derrick Henry. The man has rushed the ball 256 times for 1,257 yards. He is the focal point of that offense, not quarterback Ryan Tannehill. He is the bell cow. He is the motor. He is the engine. He is the 4 wheels. He's the steering wheel. He's the windows. He's the windshield. He's the windshield wiper. He's the whole thing when you're talking about the offense in Tennessee. They have a good receiver, emerging receiver on our side in A.J. Brown. But he is the game plan for opposing teams that are game planning to stop the Tennessee Titans offense. He is the #1 running back in the NFL. And they got some good running backs out there. You know, they got Alvin Kamara. They got Christian McCaffrey, who I did a video last year and told you he should have won the MVP. He didn't get it. You got other running backs like Ezekiel Elliott. You got the running back in Minnesota that's putting up a lot of numbers. A lot of numbers in Minnesota. So they got some good running backs out there. You got the running back tandem in Cleveland. That's probably the best running back tandem in football. Those 2 running backs back there, Chubb, and those guys out there getting the job done. The former running back for Kansas City Chiefs, whose names escapes me, but those 2 guys are putting up great numbers and great seasons as they're the focal point and a central point for the reason why the Cleveland Browns are turning around their seem like decade-long losing stretch with an 8-3 record. But I'm here to tell you that the team that's getting the job done and the player that's most responsible for that team getting the job done is Derrick Henry for the Tennessee Titans. He's the MVP right now. Now, we got 5 more games to play. You know, we got to see how it plays out. Hopefully nobody gets injured. Nobody suffers a season-ending injury. But right now, I would have to say that Derrick Henry is the MVP of the NFL. Not Patrick Mahomes, not Aaron Rodgers, not Russell Wilson, who's having a great season, as he's dealt with a erratic defense on the other side of the ball. He's got one of the top wide receivers in the NFL and wide receiver DJ Metcalf. He's got Lockett on the other side. He's had running backs who have been a revolving door. Running backs been in and out of the lineup. He's got Carsons. He's got Carlos Hyde. So he's doing it with not the weapons that Patrick Mahomes has, but probably have more weapons than Aaron Rodgers has. But his stats is just not up to par with those 2 quarterbacks, as Russell Wilson has thrown 31 touchdowns and 10 interceptions compared to 33-4 for Aaron Rodgers and 30-2 for Patrick Mahomes. But when you look at the running back class, Derrick Henry blows everybody out the water. You talking about some great running backs. Nick Chubb again. You got Cook up in Minnesota. You got Kamara up in New Orleans. You got some good running backs out there. And he's by far, still got Ezekiel Elliott still being the focal point of the Dallas Cowboys, even though he's entertaining down season so far, as he doesn't seem to have the burst that he had before he got that big contract. He doesn't seem to, he's not breaking out the long runs he did in his rookie year with the Dallas Cowboys, but he's still the force to be reckoned with, and he's still the focal point of opposing teams' game plan to stop the Dallas Cowboys offense. But Derrick Henry blows all those running backs out the water. He is clearly, in my opinion, the best running back in the NFL, and he right now is the MVP. As you look at Tennessee Titans, their defense is erratic, on the same level as a Green Bay Packer defense. It's not that good. Even the Kansas City Chiefs defense that has struggled at times during this year. But Derrick Henry keeps those guys on the sideline, keeps those guys well rested as he's chugga-lugging down the field with a 4.9 average per carry. He's having a great season, ladies and gentlemen. He's not getting his just due. When they talk about the MVP, they talking about Patrick Mahomes, Aaron Rodgers, basically. They not really even talking about Russell Wilson. He's talking about him as a distant third. But I'm like, why is Derrick Henry not even in the discussion? Why is he not even up for debate? And in my opinion, he's the leader in the clubhouse. I got him number 1. I got Patrick Mahomes number 2. I got Aaron Rodgers number 3. I got Russell Wilson number 4, and I got Ben Roethlisberger number 5 because the Pittsburgh Steelers are undefeated right now, 10-0. He was coming into the game today with the Baltimore Ravens with 24 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. They're doing a lot of dinking and dunking. They don't have a lot of explosive plays on offense, but he's getting the job done. He's getting enough points on the board with that stout defense to be the only undefeated team in the NFL. So those are my top 6, but Derrick Henry should get his just due. He should at least be a consideration. My opinion is he should be the leader in the clubhouse as far as the NFL's MVP. Now, if you want to say Patrick Mahomes, you're entitled to your opinion. I can't say that's a crazy opinion. I can't even say if you say Aaron Rodgers is the MVP. What I'm saying is, in my opinion, as we stand here today, Derrick Henry is the MVP of the NFL. It's a close call now. I'm not saying it's open and shut case, but I'm just saying he's not even in the courtroom to give his case, to present his case. He's not even in the parking lot. He's somewhere on the other side of town as the case is being made for Patrick Mahomes and to some degree Aaron Rodgers, and that should be not the case in my opinion, man. I think he should be right there in the discussion with those two guys, and in my opinion, I think he should be the leader of that discussion. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what transpires, but let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Who you think should be the MVP of the NFL? Do you think it should be Patrick Mahomes? Do you think it should be Aaron Rodgers? Do you think it should be Russell Wilson? Or do you think it should be Ben Roethlisberger? Do you think do you agree with me and it should be running back Derrick Henry? He kind of reminds me, he's like a combination of Eric Dickerson and Earl Campbell. He's got that upright running style. He didn't set any kind of records in the combine as far as speed goes when they had the 40-yard dash, but he never gets caught from behind. Once he gets in the open field, you don't see him getting run down from behind. That's what Eric Dickerson was about in his career, his Hall of Fame career with the L.A. Rams and the Indianapolis Colts. He does that, and then he's got the power to run over guys like a Earl Campbell. So he's like a combination of Eric Dickerson and Earl Campbell. And the guy is making it happen. He's making it happen, man. And he is definitely earning that contract he got in the offseason. As people was getting upset, people was kind of up in arms when Ryan Tannehill got that $100 million contract, and they was kind of lowballing Derrick Henry. But they finally woke up and smelled the coffee and paid Derrick Henry his money. And whatever they paying him is not enough. He should be making quarterback money because he's doing what quarterbacks do. He's carrying the offense. He's the focal point. He's the franchise running back of that offense, not Ryan Tannehill, who's doing a good job. Don't get me wrong. And you heard his name early in the season when Tennessee was rolling undefeated. You heard his name in discussion for MVP, and I was like, huh? You know what? It should be Derrick Henry, but that just let you know that the quarterback position gets the preferential treatment when it comes to MVP. It's kind of like the Heisman in college football. Quarterbacks get preferential treatment when it comes to those two awards. But hopefully people will take a closer look and look at what each player has done for their team and what percentage of the offense those guys performing at and what level they performing at and what the offense would do if those guys were not there. and what those guys are bringing to the table. Don't get me wrong, Patrick Mahomes is breaking all kind of records. What he's done in the first 4 years, no quarterback has done in their first 4 years. He's on a Hall of Fame trajectory, but he has a lot of weapons. Now he's got 2 good running backs, and he's got 4 weapons out there. The best tight end in football again, and one of the best receivers in the NFL, and the fastest man in the NFL in Tyreek Hill. You saw what he did against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers this past Sunday, 269 yards receiving. One of them passes, he caught a backpedaling, and then one of those touchdown passes, he did a backflip in the end zone, man. That guy is must-see TV. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what transpires. But subscribe to JB Sports, the man, the myth, the legend. I holla.